every Saturday at 5 o'clock on KVCR. Hello and welcome to Hotshots. I'm your host, Pamela Jean Noble. And here at KVCR, we are looking for outstanding student athletes to be our Hotshots of the week. Every week, we'll introduce you to a new high school student athlete who is not only doing well in their respective sport, but is excelling in the classroom and making an impact in the lives of their peers and community. We will also be highlighting local high school sports games from the previous weeks. It's important that you visit kvcrhotshots.org so that you can submit your own highlights from your games and we can broadcast them on our show. We'll take your game footage and edit it with our graphics and animations to give you that hot shot look. Simply create a Vimeo or YouTube account, upload your highlights, and post the link on our blog. Yeah, it's that easy. So get your highlight footage together and share it with us today so we can broadcast it on our show and give you credit. So let's take a look at a video that will show you what we do to heat up your highlights for Hotshots. Hello and welcome back. Today we'll be interviewing two senior football players from Cajon High School. Our first guest is Miguel Betancourt, Jr. Miguel is captain of Cajon varsity football team, a 3-year starter, plays both ways at fullback and inside linebacker, maintains a 3.9 GPA, and is always working to improve his skills while encouraging and helping those around him as well. Welcome, Miguel. We're glad to have you on our show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Well, we've heard so much about you, and we heard that you're captain of your high school football team. So what does it mean to you to be captain of your high school football team?
It means a lot to me. They put their trust in me, so it just gives me that honor that me to lead them through the ups and downs of the season.
All right, so right before a game, you're getting ready. Do you have a drill, or what do you do to get ready for the game, and what do you do to get your fellow teammates ready for a game as well?
I usually just put on like a rock song or a pumping song and just jam out to it, and I just focus. I visualize myself making plays and what I would do in certain situations. Like, we have a game plan going, and if the tight end's on the right and the running back's on the left, then what do I call? And tell my team, I don't give speeches, but I usually just have a pep talk with individuals and try to hype them up as best I can.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you think that you fulfill the role, but how do you fulfill the role of being captain?
I be a role model off and on the field and try to help everybody when need be.
I mean, we definitely heard that you help when you don't need to with the JV team, that when you're not even supposed to be practicing with them, you do like go to their practices and help them out. So tell us why you do that and helps with the JV quarterback, and how do you feel about practicing with them, the younger players?
I think that we are strong as our weakest player. So me going out on Sundays and helping them not only benefits me, but it benefits them. And I don't look at them as JV players. They're one of us. They're not scrubs. They're the future. And to help them succeed is satisfaction to me, because I'm going to graduate. That's when you see me play for college, they're going to see my high school, so they're going to say Cajon. So that's why I do it.
Definitely. Do you think that you benefit from practicing with them as well?
Yeah, I run my own drills, and so that's what I need practice on. Like, when I mess up on something, that's when I get my practice in. What I do on Sundays is the things I'm good at, and then the things I do by myself, I do a lot more.
Well, that's amazing that you try to help them out.
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of those younger players that look up to you?
Yes, I think they look up to me because when I do drills, I go 100%. Even if I'm doing it wrong, and I know I'm doing it wrong, but I still do it 100%.
Well, that's wonderful that you practice with them, like we said, because
Yeah.
it's something you don't have to be doing. I mean, as a younger, freshman or sophomore, was there someone that you were looking up to that did the same things with you?
Yes, when I was a sophomore, my first year of varsity, I looked up to DeAndre Casey and Jordan Bakar. DeAndre Casey, he was 5'5". He had the heart of a 7-foot man. He was the guy. He gave everything he had. After the game, he was deadbeat tired. He was just put everything out he had. Jordan Bakar, he was there when we needed him. He's the playmaker. He did what needed to be done when it had to be done. Now, those two were my idols when I was a sophomore.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know that football means a lot to you, but what do you do when football's not in season?
When off season during the spring, I usually lift a lot of weights, but I do community service at Post 77 Little League, and I help out the softball team.
Nice.
Yeah. When they need a coach, conditioning coach, a throwing coach, or just any coach overall, I go out there, try to help them out to work on my coaching skills.
So you help out with the softball team on your own time, which is not necessary. So that's amazing that you go and do that.
Yeah.
Tell us a story about that, or how these kids look up to you.
After practice, girls would come to me and ask for advice for how to throw or how to bat the right way. And I would stay after practice. Me and my dad, we would go and teach them, go that extra mile just for them. And we would stay as long as we needed to and then take them home if they didn't have a ride.
Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, so what made you want to start coaching softball, and how does it, I don't want to say affect you, but what does it mean to you being a coach and also a player?
It means a lot to me. I try to give back to the community in any way possible. And when I wanted to coach because I don't want to be stuck at the house and just not do anything. If I have that chance to go out, I'm going to take it.
Good quality.
Yeah, yes.
So what does it mean to you, being a coach and a player? It's two completely different sides. So, what side means more to you, or what side? There has to be different qualities that come out of you in both sides as well.
Well, for both of them, I am a leader, and I try to coach for football and for softball. When somebody's messing up, I'll let them know. If the coach doesn't let them know, I'll let them know that, hey, you need to do this faster or better. For softball, it's the way I talk to, it's the way I come at the people. These are girls, and football is boys. And so there's a different way, and that's what I've learned is you have to approach certain situations differently.
Definitely. Well,
Yeah.
that seems like you're learning in all aspects.
Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic of you to
Yeah.
go out and, be giving back to the community. Since you're already kind of coaching, do you see yourself coaching later on in life?
Yeah, I could see myself coaching. I would like to help somebody else pursue their dreams, and if I could make their dreams come reality, then that'd be awesome.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
To kind of change the subject, what are your current academic goals, and what are your current goals in football as well?
My academic goals are to have the best grades possible.
You kind of already do.
Yeah,
3.9.
I got to try somewhere. And for football, I think we are going to take it one game at a time, but overall to win CBL champs.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good goal to have.
Yeah.
So are you already thinking about colleges? Do you know where you want to go? I mean, is football affecting where you want to go, or?
No, I would like to attend UC Davis.
Okay.
It's a great school, academically wise and athleticism. It's just all one thing, and it's close to home. So, like, if I get homesick, I have a chance to come home, and
Yeah.
it's far enough away so I can be independent.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Any current major we're thinking about?
My major, I'm undecided still.
You got a couple years.
Yeah, I gotta weigh my options.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a quick break and check out some of the highlights from Cajon football team. Welcome back. Joining us now is DJ Burrows. DJ is also captain of the Cajon varsity football team. A 3-year starter, plays both ways at offensive tackle and nose guard, maintains a 3.4 GPA, and is one of the biggest team players out there. Welcome, DJ. Thanks for joining us.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Thank you.
Well, being a 3-year starter, what does it mean to you to be a captain on your senior year?
Being a three-way starter and being a captain means a lot to me because coming from the bottom and actually beginning football my freshman year, first time ever, I got to learn the ropes slowly and I got to see how things were done, and I actually feel like, no offensive or defensive position is more challenging than the captain position.
That's crazy to me that you just started freshman year.
Right, yeah.
Crazy.
Big boy.
I know, right? So, I mean, football's huge. So what did you do during your off season to get your team ready for this year?
During my off season, it was actually around every spring, right before the season, right before the season, I ended up going to a camp, and it was about a 15-week camp.
Wow.
And I got as many people as possible from the team, and I made sure we all went. And then we worked on agility, speed, techniques, and we learned a lot. And it actually benefited all of us because it got us better, and it's getting us better for the season.
Nice. Well, I hear you also lead workouts outside of school, as well as for several teammates that are like way younger than you.
Yes.
So talk about that, because that's pretty, leadership role right there.
Right. There's a university across the street from my apartments, Cal State University, and they have a big field out there. And I'm a big boy, so I'm trying to cut off some of the weight. But I got some of the teammates off the team, and we would go out there, work on agilities, just like the camp, except it's on our own time, and work on things that we have problems with or we are confused with, and basically just get better. But on our own time. So
Nice.
right.
Well, what life lessons has football taught you? Because you've only been doing it for technically a short amount of time.
Right.
So I'm sure you've learned something.
Football, you know, football taught me a lot. Like, it taught me never to give up because you never know what can happen. Say you were walking down the street and here comes this big bus. You know, boom, you're hit. Okay, say you're walking down the street, there's $1 on the floor. But going back to where your mom told you if you want to go to the store and get you some chips and you just quit and say, you know, I want to be lazy, you never would have found that money or might have not got hit by that bus.
Yeah.
But basically, you never know what's going to happen.
Or you could
Never
be
quit.
like just starting football and then all of a sudden you're like a captain.
That also, that, you know, yeah.
It's just a little one of those.
Yeah.
I mean, where do you want to go for college and why? I mean, did football affect that either?
I want to go to college at San Diego State. I want to go to college at San Diego State because it's not too far, it's not too close, and you know, say if any emergencies happen, I can go right back home.
Mm-hmm.
Or say, you know, I just wanted to go and hang out, you know, get a little wet in the pool or the beach. It's right there.
Nice.
So, and
Definitely.
another important thing is I feel like I will be comfortable out there. So,
Mm-hmm. Always important.
right.
Big life change. Well, what did you want to major in while you were there?
I wanted to major in either business management or sports psychology.
No way. Who told you that you should major in sports psychology?
I don't know. I think a little fairy, you know, tooth fell out and just whispered in my ear. So,
Named Pamela.
right. So,
No, why do you want to major in those, like for reals now? What made you want to major in that, or what qualities do you think that would be perfect for you?
I like talking to people, and I feel I'll be very comfortable doing it. I feel like I may, you know, be a great manager one day, and it interests me. So there's an interest in it. So
Definitely.
give it a shot.
Now, I know that you want to work in a team environment, so why is that so important to you in choosing your major?
Working in a team environment is important in choosing my major because it teaches you how to socialize with people, and you never know when you're going to run into the wrong person. And having that ability to socialize with people benefits you, and it may benefit them in the future. So
You might turn their whole life around.
exactly, around like a rolling ball.
Well, since you obviously affect people and you're a leader, what do you think that your younger peers are going to take away from your leadership?
You know, I expect, I would hope, you know, that they take away no matter how big, how small, how fast, or how slow you are, you know, never to give up and to always give it your all, because you never know who's watching, and, you know, it will benefit you if you keep going and keep pushing.
Definitely. You never know when you might be made captain. So you're a freshman,
Right.
never played football. What was that like to try out for the first time? For some kids have probably been doing it since they were like 5.
Right.
So you have to take me through this on what your emotions were.
Okay, so, you know, I walk in, I was about 6'1", well over 300 pounds. I was about close to 400. And, you know, not really knowing what to expect. And all I knew was I wanted to do this. I wanted to play football. And eventually, you know, I started learning what to do. And I actually started my freshman year. And I always felt like everyone was just small. So my goal was, you know, I want to play with the big boys. I want to be one of the big boys one day. Even though I am a big boy, I want to be with the big boys. So I set out a goal, and, you know, here I am now. You know, 3 years started. They started me my sophomore year. They actually pulled me up, and at the end of my freshman year,
Wow.
to work with varsity. So that was a great experience for me. So
Definitely. And I'm sure the other kids, when you came up to try out, were like, seriously?
yeah.
This is not okay. And now you're a captain, and there's definitely like, man.
That guy.
All right, so you finally made the team. What were those exact goals, and what was motivating you to want to make it to play with the big boys and just to keep going further and further?
Well, what motivated me was just making myself better. And, you know, a lot of things motivated me, like whether it was at home or the death of family members. And I just wanted to succeed somewhere. And I seen a lot of the guys, you know, on varsity. I would see, you know, how they took everything so seriously. And when I seen how much it meant to them, I noticed to myself. I said, you know, this is a serious game. And in order to make it, you know, I have to be serious. And a thing I wanted to do to prove, you know, maybe to the coaches and everything, that I wanna work. I was a big guy out there, you know, moving faster than some of the sophomores that were out there with me. So, you know, I wanted to up myself. I wanted to be better. So.
Definitely. Use all those different things to just keep pushing you forward.
Right.
Nice. All right, so football aside,
Right.
who inspires you to, you know, keep moving forward as well? I mean, there has to be someone out there that you look up to.
Football aside, I would have said Ray Lewis, but I would say my mom. My mom, because, you know, through thick and thin, you know, whether or not, you know, she's having a good day or I'm having a bad day, you know, she's always there for me. She's always pushing me. I actually got injured my sophomore year with my knee, and she was there pushing me through it. You know, it's a frustrating time, but she was always there for me, and I really appreciate it. It may seem like sometimes to her, you know, it may seem like I don't, but I really do. But I would say my mom.
Oh, Mom, do you hear that? That's sweet.
Yeah.
Now let's take a break and check out your highlight footage that you submitted to us this past week.
Game on the line. He got it.
Important that you visit kvcrhotshots.org so that you can submit your own highlights from your games, and then we can broadcast them on our show. We will take your game footage and edit it with our graphics and animation to give you that hot shot look. Simply create a Vimeo or YouTube account, upload your highlights, and post the link on our blog. It's that easy. So get your highlight footage together and share it with us today so we can broadcast it on our show and give you the credit. Well, that is all the time we have today. I would like to thank both Miguel and DJ for joining us today, and for all of you for tuning in. Please don't forget to visit our website to find out how you can become part of our show. Until next time, I'm Pamela Jean Noble, your host for Hotshots. Now stay tuned for the live broadcast of San Bernardino Valley College's football games as they take on Chaffee at home for their 6th game of the season. Hi, I'm Pamela Jean Noble, your host for Hotshots. Catch us every Saturday, no?
Incomplete pass, DJ.
Okay. Hi, I'm Pamela Jean Noble, your host for Hotshots. That's outtakes. All right. Hi, I'm Pamela Jean Noble, your host for Hotshots. Catch us every Saturday at 5 o'clock on KVCR.
That's a winner.
Boom! Like that.